on another level, although this, you find this in the Quran, but to separate it out is to focus on the names of Allah. Get a collection, a translation, of the 99 names of Allah. And just go through them. Just calmly go through them. If you find a little book with a commentary that explain what each of those names are, that's even better. You just go through them. Why should you go through them? To understand who Allah is. Now, I don't know many people here, right? But if I know you by name, right? Like, what's your name? Mumtaz. And you are? Ibrahim. So you're Ibrahim and he's the distinctive one. Mumtaz. Like, he stands out because he's Mumtaz, right? Which means imtiyaz. And you are Ibrahim, the servant of God, right? The son of Allah in Hebrew. So I just call you by your name and that's good enough, right? I mean, you'd be happy with that. But if I find out who you are, what you're good at, and I don't know you, I need to get to know you more. If I get to know who you are, right? And then I address you by that, oh, you're an expert in this, you're going to feel much more validated. You feel like, yes, the guy knows me, just doesn't know me as Ibrahim or Mumtaz. Like, he knows me, like he knows more about me. It's like, okay, So with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we call on to Him by just Allah. That's fine. It's great. That's one of the most powerful names. But we want to do the 99 names, and the benefit is that what you do when you're going through the 99 names is you will pick out a few that are relevant to life for you at that point. So if we're seeking forgiveness, then we will write down and separate out the ones about forgiveness. If we're struggling, wealth, there's Mughni and Al-Ghani, for example. Dhul Jalali wal Ikram. If we're suffering, in terms of, somebody is doing us wrong, Ya Muntaqim, right? And we really want to avenge ourselves or something like that. There's a name for everything, right? There's a name for everything. We produced a really beautiful copy of this dua book. It's one of the most wonderful dua books out there because it literally has all the duas that you need in your life, whether you realize it or not. It's a dua book that if you complete, even take 3 months to complete, and you do it 3 or 4 times a year, if not every week, right? You would have asked Allah for everything that we need for the success of this world and the hereafter. That's how comprehensive that book is. So we'd produced the Arabic edition because people read it, but then everybody wanted a translation. So then I worked on the translation from 2019, 2021, and got it done 2021, and then I couldn't publish it because I am too obsessed by design and making sure it's right, and it looks so, because for a beautiful book like that, it had to be right. And finally, I was like, look, the book is ready and I'm wasting it now. It should go out to people and people should benefit from it, inshallah. So after this last Ramadan, I sat down and I said, you know what, I need to make a special dua so that I can finally agree and be satisfied with the design. So I said, what do I call unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with, right? So now tell me, out of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which one is related to design and beauty? So one is Musawwir. Musawwir means the fashioner, the one who designs something, the one who makes a form out of something. Yusawwirukum fil arham. Allah, He makes your form in the wombs, right? What else is there that's relevant to that? What other name is relevant? Malikul Mulk is definitely relevant, but on a much more broader. Malikul Mulk means the owner of, the sovereign of, the whole kingdom. More about design, specifically to do with design. If any graphic artist out there, it'll help you as well. That's getting closer, right? The innovator. Something more to do with design in particular. Anybody? Jameel. Jameel. Inna Allah jamilun yuhibbul jamal. Allah is beautiful and elegant and He loves elegance and beauty. Anyway, I sat with my wife in front of the screen to find the right background. That was what was bothering me. I couldn't find the right background to, provide the right kind of look. I made a dua, Ya Musawwir, and so on. Ya Allah, make this easy. Within 5 minutes I had a background, which I was happy with finally. It's amazing. You call out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah loves it when somebody recognizes Him, because that's why He created us.